I'm very grateful to have a dad.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I don't want to cry.
I turned 25. I shaved off all of my hair. So I think my dad is probably like, what the fuck is going on? Stay with your mother for the first time. You're coming back before.
Oh, I know one thing for a fact. I wouldn't let him walk me down the aisle. I will tell her things like, I love you.
What woman would want to take on a man and his 3 children?
Anything. I always try to take one of 3 things out of it, which would be either a lesson, an experience, or a very good story to tell.
Welcome to Let's Talk Daddy, and I'm your daddy's girl, Tavia.
And I'm Ash, the girl with daddy issues.
Together we share real,
raw,
and relatable topics. And today we're getting a little bit serious. We're getting into it, you know. We're diving into milestones with our daddy, reflecting on big moments and missed opportunities. So this is going to be a very serious one.
17, the age of knowing everything, or at least thinking you do. It was my confirmation day, a moment that was supposed to be sacred, a rite of passage, a day where you wear white, stand tall, and let the whole church witness your faith and commitment. And honestly, it started out perfect. My house was full of people, friends and families that I love. My mom was glowing with pride. My boyfriend was there, looking at me like I hung the moon. I felt seen, celebrated. But here's the thing about milestones. You expect certain people to be there. Sometime in the afternoon, my boyfriend and I snuck out, just for a little bit. His cousin was also having her confirmation just 2 roads away. We thought, why not? Say a quick congratulations and come right back. 20 minutes. That's all we were gone for.
Your dad was here.
What?
He came by, asked where you were. I told him, and he left.
He just left?
He left.
I didn't even get a chance to see him. No congratulations, no proud hug, no fatherly speech about how grown up I look. Nothing. Just a message left in his absence.
Said that you need to get your priorities straight.
Right. Priorities. A once-in-a-lifetime moment. And for him, not worth the wait. Anyway, the party went on.
I was actually thinking about this, and I always say that I'm very grateful to have a dad. I'm very grateful to have the burning eggs on Father's Day, having my dad having my dad at my matric ball, and I do not take it for granted. I do not take it for granted. So yeah, I really do appreciate it, because I know a lot of people can't say that, but then again, they can maybe talk about burning eggs on Mother's Day and having their mother at a matric ball. What are your thoughts? What do you think about
For me,
milestones without your dad?
like the big milestones would be, the first day for something. So first day of school, for example. Maybe not high school, because
Oh yeah, I know.
you don't think there's a lot of teenage angst, so you don't really think of that.
Yeah.
But matric ball, confirmation, if you're religious, or first Holy Communion as well. For me, my mom was at all of them. obviously, because,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Vincent wasn't. He wasn't there for my matric ball.
Yeah.
He wasn't there for my... Was he there for my first Holy Communion? I'm trying to think.
Is your first Holy Communion in Catholicism like a big thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Because it's the first time that you are receiving the body and blood of Christ.
Right.
Yeah, so it is a big thing. Because you don't just take it. It's you there's a lot of teaching for it so that you get into the mindset of why it's so important. What's the meaning of taking in the body and blood? Yeah.
In my Methodist church, if it is a big thing, but it's not like your first Holy. Like I just remember always going for communion.
Oh, no.
But there was a time when I was really little, when my grandfather was alive, where I didn't go.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because I was bored. I was a kid, and I was like, there was no Sunday school at the time. I was the only kid there. So, but I think with us, it's like the body of Christ and the blood of Christ is for everyone.
No. Like for us, it is major. The confirmation is also major.
Confirmation, yeah.
Yeah, because that's you being seen as an adult within the church. Yeah. And he also wasn't there.
Is it?
Yeah, he wasn't.
My mom was for neither. Yeah, she wasn't at my matric ball or at my confirmation. I never felt, but my godmother and my mother's two sisters were at my matric ball. My godmother helped me get my dress made. So yeah, I know my mother was at my sister's matric ball, but that was we're 6 years apart, so that was 6 years earlier.
Okay.
The confirmation, no, she wasn't actually at any zero functions. I don't know where she was. No one I don't think anyone really knew where she was. As for my dad also was only at matric ball, confirmation, but not school. My dad couldn't leave work to go to awards. He did once, and then I felt so shit, man. I was actually pissed off at him because I really wanted him to be there, and then I didn't even get a badge. I just got a certificate, and it was a lame certificate, and I feel like my grade 7 teacher only gave it to me because she did have some sort of compassion that my dad was raising me over myself. So she gave me a perseverance certificate.
Oh, that's sweet.
No, it's not. Because she was the only teacher that had made up her own little awards aside from the academic awards.
Yes.
And then I was like,
so you
I
felt
feel like you're only giving me a perseverance badge. It's like giving someone a participation badge because you feel guilty about my dad being. That's what I'm looking back.
Is it the dad thing, or is it just because she didn't want you to feel excluded by you not getting a certificate?
Yeah, but there were other people that weren't getting awards, but I know she took a liking to me because she knew it was a single dad. I still remember there was still something where it was.
Oh, okay. So you didn't feel it was genuine.
She was a genuine person and she was very kind-hearted, but I was like, don't give me a perseverance certificate because of my situation.
Give
That's
me
what
because
I felt.
you
And
feel
then
okay.
My dad just got there late, and then he was upset and he's like, oh, I can't stay here any longer, I have to go. So I barely even saw him, and I was still gonna show him my certificate, and then he just left, and I felt so shit. I already felt shit at the award I got, and then my dad just left. So yeah, for me that's also one of the it's funny because there are missed opportunities even though I have a dad. You know, because it is usually the mom at the school things.
Yeah, even with with high school graduation, because I didn't go to university, but with high school graduation it was her. He wasn't there for anything. He wasn't there for anything. But it also got to the point where I stopped asking him to come or expecting him to come.
Same.
And what's funny is my mom, I used to look up to him as a kid, obviously, the hero thing. And then my mom told him that one day she essentially warned him. She told him that I will grow up, and when I do, I will see him for who he is, myself. I'll see his ways myself, because she never spoke bad of him. Because some parents do that, where they badmouth the other parent, but she never did that, which I
love that. My dad was the same. My dad barely spoke about my mom, and my dad's whole family barely said anything rude. I love that. They didn't say like, you come to your own conclusion.
Yeah, that was a point that she was making. She said, I'll come to my own conclusions, and when I do, I'll see him for who he truly is, and when I choose to keep him out of my life, that is his own fault. And that is what happened, because I barely acknowledge him at all. If I do see him, I'm how can I say, I react in a way where it's just, I just say the right things to get, just like, oh hi, tolerance.
You tolerate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was, like, even though he wasn't there for those milestones and that, there was one time that he actually pitched up where I did not want him to, but in that moment I did actually appreciate it, and it was for the funeral of my granny.
Was it his mother?
No, my mom's mother. So it was a funeral. I didn't tell him anything about it, because why? You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking, I need to invite this one. You're just mourning the loss of your grandparent. And I was very close with her, because she was essentially my second mother. So I'm just thinking, oh my God, I lost her, and trying to be there for my mom also, man, because it's her mother. And on the day, she with the funerals, it would be the viewing at the house, and then you go to church for the ceremony, right? So no one told him anything, but he came there on the day to my granny's house. He came there very early, and then he saw nothing happen, so he walked to the church, which is like in Elsie's. So we walk from Bishop Lavis to Elsie's.
Is that far? Is it like...
It's a distance.
That is a distance. Two different suburbs.
Yeah.
Technically you're walking.
So he saw that no one is there. Then he walked back to my granny's house. And then only then did the procession thing start.
There, eh?
Yeah. And when I saw him, I was surprised. But again, not really... That wasn't the focus. It's just like, she's not here.
You actually focusing about the funeral.
Yes. And then there was a moment at the church where I think it was, I don't know when exactly within the church. I think it was as they were leaving the at the church, as they were leaving, like after the ceremony, and taking it to the morgue, to
the morgue, the crematorium.
There we go. Yes. Okay. No, but she wasn't cremated immediately.
Yeah, but the crematorium.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the crematorium, yes. Part, yeah. And they were taking it to the crematorium, and I can still remember this very vividly, because it was almost like I could feel as a body was leaving the premises. It's like I could feel her presence leaving as well. And I can remember I felt like so hollow and obviously sad. And I think I was breaking down at that moment, and he just came to hug me. Oh shit, I'm so... I don't want to cry.
I said it's going to be it is a very serious, but that's nice that you always wanted that, Ash. You always wanted your dad to finally hug you and get you And you at least it's okay. You got it, you know. You can say you can count on that one moment.
Yeah, I didn't want it at that moment, but then when it happened, it was almost like all of those moments, you know, that you sorry, but all of those moments that you miss, and you finally get it, and you're a kid again, man, you know.
It really is that inner child. That's like what your inner child was craving.
And yeah,
he came, you can correct me,
in an unexpected moment,
but he also came when that support it was needed. Maybe you didn't necessarily want it,
but it was needed.
But at the funeral, that support is needed.
Yeah, because you know,
you can give Vincent that one.
I did, and I did say thank you to him afterwards, like a couple of weeks later or so, and I did tell him like I appreciated him in that moment, because it meant more than I realized. It even fucking affects me now, and it's like how many years later.
Because you're still someone's child, you're someone's daughter. I think you forget. I sometimes forget that I have a mother. I'm someone's daughter. You know, maybe for me it is different.
Yes, how did you feel with?
Mine was also a funeral. I can't remember
where she showed up unexpectedly.
It was her. It was either my grandfather or my grandmother. I think it was my grandmother, because I don't remember my grandmother being at the funeral, because my grandmother passed away after my grandfather. So it was her parents. And she was there, and we were obviously there, and we were like at the usual funeral, but like walking out of the church, she put her hand on my shoulder. She was behind me, and she was like crying. But mine was different. I had so much resentment. I just like kept walking.
Wow.
I couldn't. I was like, because I was with my grandmother in the last days of her life. I sat next to her at the desk.
Same.
I massaged her, I read the Bible, I read her Psalms 23, and I was there and I saw how much pain she was in, and she just wanted to see, she just wanted to see all of her grandchildren. She always loved her grandsons. And we were just waiting on one of my cousins, because my brother came, and then we were waiting on one of my, was it my brother? One of the two, and then she finally saw the last grandson, and then
that's when she passed.
Because we always knew she was very fond of her grandsons, because she mainly had she had two sons and 3 daughters. Okay. Whereas my father's side, my grandmother had 3 sons. And I know that she was grieving, she was losing her mother, and I think looking back, I do slightly regret it, but I was also 17.
Oh, so you still...
No, I wasn't actually 17, I was slightly older. I wasn't in high school, I don't think. But I understand that she was grieving her mother, and I do feel like maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I was just like, this will sound very rude, she was howling in that church.
I know what you mean. It was like,
she was. And at the grandfather, my Indian grandfather, the eldest sister, my aunt, she was howling at the church. But and I was just like,
oh, so you were over it. Did you think she was pretending?
I thought it was performative, but I wouldn't know. But maybe I think it was just all of that, because I'm sure my grandparents and my mother and the children had a tumultuous relationship, and I think if it's vice versa, if it's me at my mother's funeral, oh God no, like I might probably do the exact same thing, and I might look back and be like, oh, I get it now. I get why my mother was
the regret,
doing that.
and all
the
that.
Regret. So I do regret doing that. Because now I'm also slightly older and I do have empathy. She just lost her mother. She needed support.
And just comfort,
She needed it. But I don't know, in my head I was like, it's so performative. Like, and then outside of the church, she was talking to people. She was saying something, but my cousins from my mother's side, we all like, I saw and then looked at my aunt, and we all like all had this like look, but we were all looking around. I'm not really close to my cousins from my mother's side, but there was this look of like, she was.
It's almost like she was trying to garner that sympathy and
no, but she was talking about something else, but we know it's fabricated. Or something. It's not like she was trying too hard about something, and we were just like, really,
it's not the time.
And that was my thing. I think living with my mother briefly, that's when I just started.
When did you live with her?
It was just for like a month. She stayed in Somerset West at the time, with the current partner.
How old were you?
No, I was in the film industry, so I was mid-20s.
Oh, so was it just like
24? So it's just for the month. We were shooting for like a couple of months.
Okay.
And it was like 15 minutes. And I didn't have a car at the time. My dad was not going to drive there.
Yeah, understand.
I think it was my very first job in the film. And I didn't know anyone. I didn't know how to get a lift and nothing.
Okay.
I think what pissed me off was getting my mother to let me stay there.
Oh? Why?
Exactly.
So she didn't want you to stay there?
No, she was saying that her partner, he doesn't want me there, but we don't know what's the truth. But then I was like, my dad raised all of us and put up with all of this. Like, you can't even help my dad at once. So that's what the resentment.
Yes.
Because even my dad was like asking, and she was like, no. And then eventually she was like, okay, cool. But then they also just knew they could get money out of it. So then I found out like my dad was giving them money and I was giving them money while staying there.
So, wow. So she was actually scamming you.
But I think it was also him at the same. They're both like very similar, but she does that with us. So it's always a motive of money or something. But it was a nice experience to have her there. And I see that she also like, their relationship isn't healthy at the same time. And I think I was like a buffer. And I think, sorry, I think she needed that. And that experience of staying with her for a month, as excruciating as it was, I think it was great therapy to have empathy. Because I understood things about her that I didn't know. Because I barely knew her, and she barely knew me, but she has this idea that she does know me because she gave birth to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But there were things that irritated me. Like I was raised differently.
Yes.
You didn't raise me. We have different values and things like that. But that experience really opened me up to my mother's world and who she was. Because I don't know much about. I don't know how she
Okay.
grew up
So
really.
what did you learn, if I may ask?
A lot of empathy, that she's a very complex person, that she probably grew up very, very, very tough. She grew up very tough, I think, and she was dealing with a lot. I think also having children very young. That's one of the things I was thinking about. And that her relationship with this partner, I was like, if you're not happy, you can leave. But that mindset is different, man. I had never been in a relationship at that point.
Okay.
So I also had that naive idea that it's easy to leave.
I think it's not just even age. I think when you are outside of a relationship, it's easy to look at it from a logical perspective because you don't have that emotional attachment.
Yeah.
So it's easy for you to say, just leave him, just don't go, but you don't think...
I was trying to give her independence, but then I was like, I'm actually parenting you and I can't.
You can't. You're not the parent.
Like, I think my dad has missed me a lot. I think my family missed me a lot. Because I would only get one day off, so what was the point coming back home and then going back to Somerset as far? But it was nice. I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't live with my mother.
Yes.
It was actually very nice to have someone cook for me. And my mother even rubbed up my feet.
Oh, wow.
So
So it's not necessarily a milestone, but she was there for. It was a milestone.
It's not a daddy milestone, but it's a mommy milestone, I guess.
Because it's your first job in the film industry, which is something that you wanted for how long? For the longest time.
I also shaved off all of my hair at the time. I was 25. I turned 25. I shaved off all of my hair. So I think my dad is probably like, what the fuck is going on? You stay with your mother for the first time. You coming back with the whole...
Oh, so you shaved your head there.
Yeah, the Stuart. I'll always shout out to Stuart, the hairstylist. He shaved off all of my hair.
Oh, because I was going to ask, did she do it? What did she say when she saw?
I don't know, I think she verstaan nie, jy kan see. It was very much like that. So it's maybe not a daddy milestone. There is a daddy milestone. My dad was at my graduation, and my dad actually never graduated high school. I think to see me graduate was very nice. He saw my sister graduate. My brother didn't graduate, but he saw my sister. And I think he wanted a photo of me. And I was such a brat. You're such a teenager. You don't think of yourself. And sometimes looking back, I'm like, I should have given my daddy that moment. My daddy just wanted the photographer to take a photo of me so he could have a printout photo of me as 18-year-old Tavia graduated. I wish I had done it because there's a photo of me in the hallway in grade 6 when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
And not grade 6, in grade R when I was 5 and 6 years old. So it would have been great to have a comparison. And I was like, no, I don't wanna, and I just stormed off.
Oh, wow. Why? Okay.
I want to get done with that. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to spend time with my friends. Like,
of course, it's always friends. It's always friends.
I was so rude to him. I was like, I was so rude to him. But at least I got that moment. You know, at least I got the moment with my dad being there. And with my matric ball, my dad was there taking photos, and I'm very grateful. Very grateful. My godmother was there who helps us, and I mentioned that earlier on. And I just think, like, despite all his financial issues, trying to raise us on his wildest salary, he still was there for those milestones.
Yeah, despite the financial.
Yeah, I think he was proud that, like, my children made it to some of these milestones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And as you should be, you know. You always want to be there because these are moments that you can't recreate them, you can't relive them. They are once. You hope that it's a once in a lifetime thing, especially like, okay, so you obviously you do want to get married, right?
How did I know you were gonna get into this? I was like, somebody tells me she's gonna ask about a wedding or something, and then like you just like, so you do want to get married,
right? And it's always the father that walks the bride down the aisle. I would like to know, would you invite your mom to your wedding? Did you invite your mom?
My therapist. She deserves it, man. She deserves to see. I think it's not. At the same time, it's not just about me. To me, a wedding, people say it's about the bride. It's why I believe in marriage. And I know you don't necessarily want to get married, but like,
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not working towards it.
I like the idea, because people don't understand, like, why are rich people still getting married? They have all the money. Because people say, why must I get everyone involved in my finances? Why must I actually get married if I have everything?
It's a big thing. It's a big moment. It's a happy moment.
Families being united, but it's you saying your vows in front of both families so that they know, hey, you said this. And it's when you say something out loud, you have to honor it. Like you're making a promise.
It's a big commitment that you are making.
It is. And I think, like, when I think back, sometimes I'm like, I'm thinking about all the negative stuff.
Yes.
When I get married, I'm thinking about how my mother's probably going to annoy everyone and annoy me and annoy my sister, and she's going to talk to everyone. And the thing is, sometimes she also, I don't know what's the truth with her, because the stories change.
Oh, is she a pathological lie or something?
I don't know. I'm assuming so. My sister and I, my brother, we think that, but like, I don't really know. At this point, I don't really know what it is. I just don't like it when she talks bad about my dad, because my dad still helps out. My dad's been financially
What? She badmouths your dad?
like not bad mouths, but I don't know what it is. I remember once she was like, oh, I initiated the divorce, your dad wasn't like, I was
What's the relevance of that?
I don't know what, I was very young, man. She just said, but I didn't care. I think I was like, I don't care why you guys got divorced. It's between the two.
That's not something that you should
but my dad
discuss
doesn't
with
talk
your...
about it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if daddy's not saying anything about it,
Why are you
constantly bringing it up, or my dad still helps her to this day. My dad gives her money, my dad buys her groceries, and it's so hard for me to accept. But my therapist told me that's just your dad's values as a man. Maybe he will always want to provide for the mother of his children. When she said that, it's just like, my therapist was like, maybe your grandfather taught that to all of his sons. Like, provide for the mother of his children. She's got a whole partner that she's been with for decades.
But is he also trash?
And she's been with other partners before that. My dad's only had one girlfriend briefly. He's never been with anyone. My dad still provides. I mean, he's not a saint. He doesn't complains about it.
Shame, does he still love her?
But I think he's still... I don't think so. I think
It's just honor.
I think he feels very guilty just to leave her like that.
But if she initiated the divorce...
I don't know. I didn't ask.
You know?
I don't know what is the truth.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking in terms of the wedding, I just don't want her to talk about. It's like,
make it her moment.
My brother also says she brings out all of the family. Like, there's not even gossip, but she will make something. She'll bring out something, and it's embarrassing. And I think she's gonna make it about her. Maybe she won't. I'm just thinking of the negative stuff. She also deserves to see a child get married.
Does she?
I think every mother, I think a parent does in a way need to, because I'm not thinking, it's not really also about me.
Do you think that, but is that you thinking that she actually deserves it, or is that like a false sense of obligation?
Okay, it is obligation.
No.
It is. I think I'll give her that. I think I can handle one night of her. My problem is, I don't want to sitting, when you have the parents and the bride and the groom sitting in this.
Where I get you. Those tables, sometimes they are at the table with the...
What if your parents is divorced? So where does the step spouses? How does it work? I need to ask people that they're step.
I'm trying to think of the funeral, the wedding that I was at most recently. But that was a Muslim wedding. That's the thing. But I know there was a table for... Okay, but the tables weren't massive. I think there was like 2, 4, 6 to... I think it was like six people per table or so. It wasn't a huge wedding. And I think there were 2 separate tables. Like one separate table for... one separate table for the the bride's family, and one separate table for the groom's family. I'm speaking under correction. I can't recall really. No man, I think the parents did sit there with them. I can't remember. But also, if it's your wedding, you don't have to follow tradition like that. If you don't want to, if you don't want her to sit there at the table with you, you don't have to let her.
Now my mother's gonna sit.
That's her thing. Now you're feeling guilty for what?
I do.
For what?
I don't even have a man. But I'm feeling guilty about my
to be fair, I brought up the question.
If you were to get, I always thought you didn't want to. I always thought you didn't want to get married.
No, the thing is, like, I'm just not working towards it. It's not a goal. Yeah, if it happens, it happens. But
for me, I mean, like, if I'm in a relationship, I want that person to know that I want to get married. I don't want to be in a relationship where we have children and we're not. Because I want to get married. I want to have children.
But you want the family life.
I want the family.
Now, you see, I don't want the family life, but I am not opposed to if I'm with my partner and we feel like, okay, we are at that point where let's take our relationship to the next level. Let's get married. I would do that.
Okay.
I would do that. It's just not the next person we working towards. Yeah, it's not like that.
I think that's something I would work towards with the next person. I think it's
Because you want the family
I want
life.
children,
That's the
and
thing.
I'm 31, and women, they don't have enough time. So
You see, I'm gay. I don't want kids also. So
yeah.
if I end up with a woman, like, that's fine.
Yeah, but what if the girlfriend? I mean, this is going off topic now. What if you have a girlfriend that wants to have children?
But that's something I would discuss beforehand.
Okay,
Yeah. Because I'm not going to be with someone and then they want a kid and I know I don't want that.
It's not fair.
Because I know I'm not gonna change my mind and I don't expect them to change their mind either. So that's something I would actually
And
bring up beforehand.
we would Daddy Vincent's it.
That's if he's even invited. Because
Oh wait, he's not even getting any invitation.
the thing is, I have actually thought about it. One thing I do know is I don't know if I would want him there. Because you see, I don't feel that false sense of obligation. I don't know if I would want him. I don't think I would invite him. Because you weren't there for the other big moments.
So that's why he gets excluded?
Why are you coming here? You know? Which funny because I just cried a moment ago. But
What if he finds out and then he shows
then that's his thing. You're not entitled to my big moments because there were milestones in my life that will never be repeated again and you chose not to be there. So why is it when I have this new milestone that I've created, I know it's something that you can get married again and whatever, you know, but why is it when there's this milestone that I've created for myself, you want to be there? You're not entitled to my time. You had your time when you could be there. And again, I'm always going to be grateful for him being there at the funeral, but he's not you being the...
Just because you were at the funeral and you did that doesn't mean now you get a pass.
You being the air quotes parent doesn't automatically mean that you are there. I'm not going to follow tradition and be like, oh, because that is my father, he should be there. No.
I think for me it's because I would probably invite my godmother, which is my mother's eldest one, is our eldest sister. So then it's like she's there.
Oh no, that's also the other thing for me. Not all of my family are automatically invited also. It also depends on what type of wedding we would have. If it's something big where we want all of our family members to come, or if we have something small and intimate. And even if my partner convinced me, I'd be like, okay, maybe, or I changed my mind and I thought, oh, okay, maybe I should invite him. I know one thing for a fact, I wouldn't let him walk me down the aisle. I'll leave that to my mom. My mom. I'll let my mom do that. I don't care. For me, it doesn't need to be a man. For me, and my mom has been there for everything.
Yeah.
So she deserves that moment, you know, and also with me being her firstborn, her only daughter, I will give her that all. She will. She will. She's already disappointed that I have no intention of giving her grandkids. So
I'm trying my best, Mama. Now.
She knows. It's not now. She's Thomas.
Oh, Thomas. Sorry.
She's a Thomas, but
Mama
no,
Thomas.
she accepted it. There was a long time where she kept asking me. Nah. She knows.
Ganta the dog is the only child there.
She knows. She knows she must wait for my brother. I don't know when that's gonna happen. But yeah, I would let her walk me down the aisle because she deserves that honor. She deserves that honor. I'm not gonna give it to someone that doesn't deserve that honor and just doing it out of an archaic tradition. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh no, my dad's definitely walking. My dad,
he's gonna cry.
Even if he's in a race stool, he's still here.
You're gonna push him down.
But he's walking. That deserves it. Even if that doesn't work out, I got enough male family. I have my brother, I have my uncles, I swear everyone can come. Everyone can walk me down. Everyone can walk me down. So it's fine. I will say my dad's constant presence in those milestones did make me him at least attempting to show up does give me a mindset of at least you try. So then in a project or something I do, I'm hey, at least my dad tried to do these things. Or sometimes I think hey, my dad got all three of us through school, my dad did this in Kiki, so I'm just sitting here watching YouTube. I can do more. If my dad can do this.
So he drove your ambition, you would say.
So he made me ambitious. I don't think he knows that, but he really, I think, I don't know if you can say the same, but having a dad does make you more ambitious. Or at least my dad's work ethic. But I don't think my dad worked because he liked it. Mine is like that.
Oh.
I don't, maybe not because I like it, but I don't also like sitting in quiet spaces.
You don't like that idleness.
I feel
Are you afraid of your thoughts?
It's helping with meditation, but not that. It's almost let's say I sit and relax and I'm gonna watch a movie. I'd be watching the movie because I'm writing a blog for it.
And not for pure enjoyment.
This is a sponsorship. Please go check out my Millhouse Movie Moments blog. We don't have any sponsorships yet, so I'm only plugging my own business. But it would be for that purpose. But then if I'm watching it I would watch something while I'm working. It's fine. But if I'm watching just pure watching, it must be something really entertaining. But then sometimes the thoughts creep in. Oh my word, you can do so much more. Think of a marketing plan for Let's Talk Daddy. Think about research an episode for
So everything you do needs to have. Okay, so whatever actions you take, there needs to be an intention behind it. There needs to be a result of it.
Which is because my only time is when I'm doing Pilates, is where it's the best break ever. That's the only time where I don't think about anything. Things will naturally come because you're in a relaxed state. But I think I do get that from my dad, because my dad had to find ways to constantly.
So workaholic essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I do get. I don't think my dad's a workaholic, but I do get these work ethics.
No, I'm saying you are.
Never. I am. I know you
I don't know, Mr. Moore.
Voice note at 7 a.m. Then again, I did see your status. You were dealing with the
crying child.
Oh my god.
Bro.
What was up with that?
No, man, after you.
So that was late last night.
It was late. It was 10:30. I got out of the shower, washed my face, and I thought, okay, because I just removed the makeup and my skin felt a bit raw, man.
It will sometimes feel like
yeah, so I thought, okay, let me put on the face mask just to soothe it a bit. And it was 10:30 and I'm just hearing, and you know that crying where it's not crying, they're screaming. With it, you can hear the difference between the cry and the scream, and that was just the screaming. And I'm thinking, it's fucking 10:30. Calm the fuck down. Again, this is why I cannot be a parent because I would. But the child was screaming, screeching the whole time, like a banshee.
And I saw when you said this, you had a whole facial mask bonnet. If you was there, you were ready for relaxation.
Because I did.
It was a long day. We had
day. I still cleaned up, played a little bit of music, getting in the vibe, getting ready to read also a little bit and go sleep. And I'm just hearing. And it was I think it was half an hour that the kid was just crying the whole time. And
that kid could be getting murdered in Jamestown. You saw him with the bonnet. And
what the hell am I supposed to do?
You must go and stop the child.
No, it's not my kid. It's not my kid, not my problem.
That was your kid. You slapped that kid back to bed.
I shame now, wouldn't I? I don't know. Because I had to actually think about it. I shame now. I'm not condoning violence. I do condone violence, but perhaps not necessarily towards kids.
Oh my God.
Let me just clarify.
Oh my goodness. They're gonna come for you.
But no, it was just weird. It was yeah, because you can hear it was so loud. And the thing is, you can hear things in these apartments, but not everything. But I could clearly hear the child.
But remember, at night sound is more sensitive. And
Fair.
Quiet.
Fair.
Everyone's it's sleep time. The birds are sleeping.
But I think it's actually here next to where I saw the boots on the balcony. I think it's actually here.
Because I saw a bicycle.
Yeah, the pink bicycle.
We are not snooping on the neighbors. We are not snooping on the neighbors.
I was. I was.
Snoop.
I love snooping.
You stalked me. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I did.
The way you knew everything about me. I don't even know that much about me. Ash found an account. I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want anyone to find me. I was 17 years old. There's a photo of me at 17 years old. I don't
You're doing the rock on.
roll, yeah. And I don't even know what this account was about. And then you were like, oh, on that account. And I remember during lunch, it was just like, I stared at you. I was like, what? It took me a moment to be like, what account? And then I'm like, I don't know how to get that picture deleted. I mean, it's just so weird. It's an ugly 17-year-old picture.
I found the news article also that you were in.
Oh yeah, the news. No, but that's fine. That's my screenwriting. That's fine. I was famous once upon a time, and I'm trying to be back in the limelight. Oh my goodness. I'm a has-been. This is a Good Hope FM interview. Oh wait, did we not tell you that you're gonna...
What?
It's a Good Hope FM interview, man.
What are you afraid I'm gonna go find it now? It's fine, I don't listen to the radio.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, because it's the radio.
No, but the Good Hope FM must have like... No, I don't think you can go back and find it.
No.
But I will say in terms of like my dad, one thing... We were speaking about this a couple of episodes, like the emotional stability a mother brings to our household. So I don't necessarily get that. Like my dad doesn't say but it also has to do with family dynamics. I love you or something. Like my dad did say he was proud of me. I will remember. I think only twice, but one of it is my matric. I passed matric. He never got to pass matric. He left school and he said he was proud of me. And I don't seek that emotional
validation.
Yeah, because I know my dad shows it.
Okay.
Because I also look and I'm like, my dad does. He stayed. My dad does. He stayed to support me and like that does show. But there are moments in my past relationship, but that was a very toxic relationship.
Yes.
Because I felt very secured and assured, but then later on I was like, I needed the person to say it because I knew something was up, man. Something was up, and you intentionally trying to make me jealous. You keep speaking about this.
Oh, that's horrible. That's when, like, gaslighting.
Someone because they got off on. They were insecure and they needed me to constantly be jealous about them, or like chatting models or like stuff like that.
Oh, that's so lame.
Yeah, he was chatting to like one girl, and I was like, this girl just said hey. But it was like an international Instagram girl.
Yes.
I could tell. And then he said, hey. And I was like, what's up with... This is like a got to a point in a relationship. Like,
so you wanted you to fight and argue?
He was always checking my phone. It was like his regular thing. He always...
my God.
Come and visit. He takes my phone while I'm working. He goes through it.
What?
Photos. You were showing me a photo randomly on his phone. But you know when you scroll too far back?
Yes.
So then he scrolled far back. And I'm like, why do you have a photo of my phone in your hand with the apps? Like...
So you could see a screen, like a
my interface, like all my apps.
Yes.
And he has two photos because it's slide 1, slide 2 as you have two. And
so
like, why do you have this? He's like, no, I need to know where all your apps are positioned so that I know you didn't move around apps. So
what the hell?
He would take it in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping, but I would hear him. And it got to a point where I was just like, okay, put my phone back when you're done with it. Like, that's how these...
Oh
But then it got to a point where I was like, what are you doing? Because I know something's up. And then
But it's always like that
But
when...
then I was like, let me check your phone. And I hate that I asked that. I hate that I got to that point where, because I never wanted someone to check my phone, because I thought, you never would need to check someone's phone, man. It's trust. And he was chatting, he was like saying hey to this girl. There wasn't anything vulgar or anything like inappropriate. It was just saying hey. So I was like, what is up with this? He's like, no, it's a man. So I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
And so I'm like, I was like, what? And I was like, I was very confused. And I was like, what do you, like, this is a model. This is like an Instagram baddie, whatever. Like, and he was like, no, it's a guy. I'm like, I don't know what to think.
Why would you even if it was a guy, why are you texting him?
Because I was like, I don't know what to think. Like, are you chatting to her? You know that it's a guy and you keep chatting.
Yeah.
And
are you gay?
Like, I was very confused because there was a lot
Janet
going on in my head. And then when I pointed, I think he just said something out of saying something, and he thought it was a smart thing to say.
That shows your idiocy, but okay.
But then I said to him, so are you chatting to guys that are pretending to be women, or are you chatting to, like, do you mean in a transgender sense? Like, what do you mean in a catfish? I was very confused. I'm like, what do you mean this is a guy? Then when I asked him all of those questions, I was very confused. He's like, no, I'm just joking. It's not, because then he realized he said something really stupid.
Yes.
Just like, either you're saying you're gay, or you're like, either you're saying you're not straight. Yeah. Like, he's like, no, I'm just messing around with this person because I know it's a guy. So I'm like, we know this time. Also, why are you doing this?
Again, Janet Jackson, are you gay? How you gonna ask me a question like that?
Oh, well,
that's so stupid.
But anyway, that is so topic. Oh my god. He's probably gonna...
That's his thing.
I'm probably gonna get
that's
a lengthy email. Stop talking about.
That's his thing. Like,
oh my god.
Just move on.
Stop giving me shit to talk about. But like, there was a question I was actually going to ask you about. You know how I was talking about how I didn't need that emotional I love you from my dad, because I could see it from him. Would you say, like, with your mom, do you need that from your mom, or
for her to say that she loves me?
Or does her actions show?
I'm sorry for laughing, but I'm just thinking, if she had to just randomly say it, I would be like, what's wrong? Why are you saying this? I would be suspicious, but not in a bad way.
I know what you mean.
But in a jokey way, because we do that, like, it's almost like we feign affection, but it's a joke in the moment. But I think that's maybe also our way of showing it, because, like, I feel like I learned it from her, where you shouldn't be how can I say, emotions make you vulnerable, and it's like it equates to weakness, you know. So that's still something that I feel I have been slowly unlearning it over the years, but obviously she hasn't gotten to that point yet. So I think with us maybe feigning that affection, it makes it easier to show it, because there are moments with her where she is emotionally vulnerable or needs to say something, and I will give her that comfort and tell her what she needs, not only what she needs to hear, but what I feel is true. And I will tell her things like, I love you, and I don't say it a lot, but if she had to say it, I would be like, you know, some Scooby movie. But I would accept it. If Vincent had to say it, I would just say, okay, cool, that's cool, you know. But weirdly, even though he isn't there or he wasn't there for those big moments, He calls me on my birthday every year.
Oh yeah, my mom does the same.
I find it annoying,
like a birthday
actually.
thing as well.
Yeah, I find it annoying because I'm like, why the fuck are you calling me? I ignore. And I ignore.
I answer.
I don't.
It's the only time
I do not.
I don't even wish my mom happy birthday.
I don't wish him either. I don't wish him happy birthday.
Okay, I started to recently. I started in the last couple of years, but like.
I don't
Actually, I didn't
say anything for Father's Day either. I don't do it. But even though
I didn't say Mother's Day.
I
I
don't
didn't say
do
Mother's Day. I don't get anything. I buy my sister stuff for Mother's Day. Because she raised us. So she would give me a box line with a wooden spoon.
oh shit. No, but I don't call him and what I find, I don't know if it's funny or what, but even though I ignore him every year, he still calls every year.
It's funny how it's like on that. I don't know what it is. Like,
I know he also has he has a bunch of tattoos on his arm, and he does have
oh my god, does he have everyone's birthday?
and star sign.
So you could never forget it?
I don't think it's a forgetting thing, but like he has the water bearer for me.
Oh.
And I think it's quite big. He has what is my sister? I think he has a lion. She's a Leo. August is Leo, ne?
Yeah,
Middle August.
No, beginning August. Yeah, we're in Leo now.
Yeah. I think
his birthday was a couple of days. Yeah,
she was the 7th, yeah. So he does have a Leo for her, and he does have a Scorpion for my brother. I don't know if he has for the other two. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But I think even though he wasn't there for those big moments, I'm not gonna go as far as to say, oh, it's because he wasn't there to celebrate those moments that I don't celebrate my moments. I'm not gonna go as far to say that. But I do think with him not being there, it has made me a bit more independent, a little less reliant. Because if there's something wrong, or if I'm having issues or with whatever, I do try to figure it out for myself.
Yeah.
It takes a long time for me to be like, okay, I can't do this. I need help. Unless it's something I don't want to actually do. There's just some things where you're like, I know someone that can do it. Like, I can just ask them, But with things, I can't think of an example right now. But yeah, I think his lack of presence has taught me to be a bit more self-reliant. Yeah, because also, even though my mom is there, I don't like asking her for things either. Because I know she
single parent guilt working so hard.
She has her own things to deal with. Let me sort my shit out first. I'm a big girl.
I think with the single parent thing, there's guilt, or at least for me growing up, there was like guilt, like don't bother daddy with this. He's working hard, he's sleeping. My dad would work and sleep. That's not my main movement.
Shame. So he doesn't have friends?
Work and sleep. Like, no, not really. Like, he had friends that would come in, but he was never. Everyone in my house is mainly homebodies. I'm the only extrovert. I'm a jet setter.
Trendsetter.
I'm a jet setter.
Go get her.
But yeah, that's all he did.
Oh.
I think my brothers pointed out something that was like, what woman would want to take on a man and his 3 children? But a man can do it. And that made me like, because imagine if a stepmom did come in and she also had her own children, and my dad was now raised like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
you don't know, because it's easy for a man to come in, or maybe not easy.
Not easy, yeah, because not
but a
all
woman
men
coming in to raise.
I think.
I don't know. Maybe it's different now, but I think back then. But like,
it depends on the age, also. I would say, because like y'all are all adults.
It's different.
So yeah,
my brother did tell me this morning, like he had a dream that my daddy had a girlfriend, and I was
maybe he does.
No, I don't think so. I was always open for my daddy to have a girlfriend. He deserves that, and he deserves it. My mother takes it as a thing of like, see, I'll always be the love of his life.
That's no man. I'm sorry, but no.
Like she would jokingly say that.
No, girl.
I was like,
I don't want to say.
Yeah, but anyway, so I think that thing of like, don't bother daddy with this or don't bother mommy with this, because they really work so hard for us, so that's why I don't really rely on my dad a lot. I figure things out also for myself. Also, I'm in a different world. I'm a different time than my dad grew up, so things are much faster maybe to figure out.
Yeah, you can YouTube everything.
Yeah, there is something I need to figure out, like how to kickstart my car. I can.
There are some things you can go to your dad for.
I can go in with that as well.
And there are some things that your dad would usually teach you, and then the things that your mom would teach you, like with riding a bike, for example. That would be
my brother taught me that.
Oh, okay. But like, okay, I'm thinking about the Americanized version, but usually that would be your dad or teaching you how to tie a knot. But I know there is a YouTube channel.
The dad.
Yes,
so cool,
which is so sweet, eh?
I was like, I know there was one about the plumbing thing, but I think that's a universal thing. There was one that he did like a plumbing thing, but I think like my dad did play cricket with my brother. My brother was obsessed with cricket. We always joke about it, obsessed with cricket. We're like, your team lost, your Manchester lost, maybe we should go back to cricket or something. My grandfather was also involved. He would like build like little vine trees because he was a carpenter, so he knew how to do stuff in the neighborhood, and everybody would run with our vine trees and stuff like that. So my grandfather was a lot involved in that because my dad was working.
Yes.
My grandfather was retired. He just started.
So you had time.
Yeah. And my brother got the bike first, and then my brother taught me, and then I wanted one. I got mine years later eventually.
Wait, didn't you just get his? Didn't he outgrow
his? I think I got these eventually.
Okay.
But then I got another one, I think, after that.
Oh, did you want like a pink one? Like, no, but this is blue.
It's a blue rally bike.
Oh, excuse me.
And I got a skateboard, but that's how I injured my knee.
She was a skater girl.
I was very much a tomboy. I think that's just a part of being.
No, same actually.
A lot.
Same. I would also say I was a
with the mom thing, I didn't know how to do my makeup because my grandmother didn't really want me to wear makeup.
Same. This is something that I learned more recently. But my mom doesn't wear makeup. But it's funny, now that I started getting into makeup and I'll put it on, she'll sit and watch me. And I told her, you watching me like a... She does, because she's like, ek kan vir my so kyk aan mense wat hulle makeup doen. I was like, And she's like, no, because she finds it fascinating how they do it.
She finds the whole YouTube community.
She was.
Oh,
it was
she
like,
needs a Princess Day.
I did do it for her once when I got us tickets to Shack Attack, and then I was doing my makeup, and then she's like, she also wanted it. Yeah, because she wanted to feel pretty, and I told her, no, I'll do it for you. But it was a bit difficult though because I'm just learning.
Yeah, and so you must do someone else.
Yes.
I can't do. I find it very hard. I have done it a few times, but I also know people with older women or older people.
Yes.
Skin texture is slightly different than
that's
mine.
the thing.
So it's like, oh my shit, I put too much foundation.
And the thing is, my mom is light. White light. She looks white. And no, people think she is white because she has green eyes also. Yes, she has green eyes. So people think that she's white. And me, I'm caramel essentially.
You just wit. Stand me sitting next to you, just wit.
In comparison to her.
You even got freckles, just wit.
These aren't freckles, these are sunspots.
You could have just gone with it. Because to me, I was believing that life for real. It looks like freckles.
No, but like she wanted me to, and she was like telling me like, I must put on the jy moet die gesig goed opsit. And I'm like, we're not the same shade. I'm not gonna put the foundation on for you. Yeah, I couldn't. But I couldn't because gonna be so dark. It's gonna look almost like blackface essentially, or colored face rather.
Colored face.
So I was like, no.
What you colored facing?
But then I did put on eyeshadow for her and stuff. But the thing is also like she has hooded eyes.
With the texture,
Yes, but hers is very hooded because I put on the eyeshadow and she looks up and she focal. Exactly.
It disappears and she opens it.
Yes. I was like, damn. But then I put on glitter instead, like glitter eyeshadow.
I think for me, what I do wish I had was more expressive feelings with my dad. Because they express their feelings more often.
Oh, so that's what you would like, if you could change anything
to
with him.
regulate my emotions maybe, or to express something. I never really got that. I got his negative emotions when he's drunk or angry. That's what I got. But I never got, when he's sober, I never got the
You got the positive.
The positive, really. Because my dad doesn't really talk. When I say that, I mean it. But dad doesn't really, he even says so himself. He wasn't really talk. He's just not that type of person. Very chain smoking, beer drinking, watching TV. Sometimes he'll talk it. He will talk as a fan, but not like that.
So it's not a two-way dialogue, it's just he would say things to you.
Yeah, no, we would talk.
Okay.
But it's about his day.
Oh.
It's not feeling.
Oh.
That I think I needed so that I knew how to.
So you could better understand him.
I had to talk about my feelings.
Yeah.
Because it took me very long, and it still takes me very long to communicate my feelings. Because I don't know, I didn't grow up communicating it. And even in my relationship, I just felt like if I communicated, then the relationship was finished. It was a very... Because I'm also very young. That's my only relationship. So I thought, if I say I don't like this,
it ends things. So as long as it's hush, things can keep going.
Yeah, but then you're just sitting in a pool of things.
You're just festering.
And then you just lash out. Then when I would express, now this is not my dad, like my ex, I would get maybe shut down about something, and I'm like, I'm actually trying to tell you something that I don't like, that I think we can be better on, or whatever. But then it was always about, oh, you making me look out to be, or you making me. It's always come back to him, but I'm like, no, you're not listening. I think we can be better like this or like that. Because that relationship was just like, you're cheating, and I'm like, then why? Like at one point I was just like, why are you with me? If you think I'm cheating, you're telling me all of these vulgar words. I'm like, you couldn't answer me. Like, it was weird. I was like, aren't you humiliated to be walking around with someone that you think is
right? That's fucking everyone else. Why are you with someone if she's for the streets?
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. But
good way to switch it up on him.
I don't think people that grew up with mothers are also good. Not all of them. I'm just saying, I can only speak of my perspective.
Yeah.
But I do think people that do have their mothers in their lives do a better time speaking their emotions, but it does depend on the family dynamic. Because you're saying your mother doesn't really talk about it, so maybe it's also similar.
With her, she doesn't talk about her emotions per se, but she's expressive enough for you to understand.
I never got, it was just quiet.
That's the thing. No, she was expressive enough, so even if she wasn't saying this is how I feel necessarily, with what she said, or she wouldn't say it directly, but you would know. Yes, she would still express it.
Maybe something.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. So I think maybe that's what I got from her. If I had to change anything about Vincent, I wouldn't necessarily change anything. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, I wish he was there, because I can't change that. It is what it is, and I think I definitely would have been a different person if he was more involved. What I will say is, because I have two younger siblings that are in primary school. I think I barely know their ages, to be honest. I think they're about 10 and 7 or around about that age. I if there's anything that I would wish that he would be actively involved in their lives. He is in their lives, but be better with them.
Don't make the same mistake.
Yes.
They don't deserve it. But you also
Yes.
didn't deserve it. That's what you need to.
I know that, but I mean, like, I can't change that. So do better by them at least, because they don't deserve it as well. They are still at the age where you can do right with them.
Yeah.
Because like with me, my sister, and my brother,
You came to it comes back to what we said earlier on. You come to your own decision, so there's no.
yes,
Going
I don't think my brother is necessarily where my sister and I are. I think I'm like the most spiteful out of or not spiteful. I think I have the most resentment.
But I think it's also because the eldest child was the first one, and they saw it first.
Yeah, and
When
I
was
keep
fresh,
seeing
when
it.
the tumultuous relationship
Yes.
started splitting. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think my sister also saw that, but I can't speak for her story. But she doesn't necessarily have as much resentment. Weirdly, I have more resentment, but it's because she's a mother. So she always said, like, once she gave birth, she actually understood it.
Oh.
Like, once she became a mother, she had more empathy. She understood, like, but then she also does have a little bit because she's also a mother. She's like, how would she, like?
How could you do that?
It's a weird thing. It's very weird.
It definitely is.
Do you think you wish you had those moments where your dad matriculated, like me, and then we matriculated the same year, and your dad, like, I had that moment of, I'm proud of you. My dad even hooted the car coming up the driveway. So my grandmother could hear, I got it. He was so excited and everything. Do you think once you wish you could look back and I wish I had him, like, not in an envious way?
Yeah, I get you. I think I'm always gonna say yes. Yeah, because it comes back to that inner child. You do want those things where you do want to hear, I'm proud of you. You do want to have that moment where he teaches you how to tie a knot or walks you down the aisle or whatever. You always going to want your parents, both of your parents, there, because that's what you deserve as a kid. When you become a parent, you, even though it's not necessarily said, you know that you have a kid knowing that those moments are gonna come, and you know what you're getting yourself into, essentially. So yes, I'm not gonna lie and say, like, oh no, I'm big now, I don't need that. No, I do. I would still want those, but I'm not gonna say, yeah, if I had a time machine and I had to change it, I don't think I would.
Because we wouldn't be the people we are now.
Exactly. I wouldn't be. Maybe I would still be the same.
We would have been better, but we also could have been worse. But I think you make peace with who you are.
For the most
you can
part.
only focus on the present, who you
Exactly.
are.
Yeah, because then that's just me looking at things with regret. And I try not to regret things, because then if I'm regretful about something, then it means that there was nothing that I could take from it. Because with anything, I always try to take one of three things out of it, which would be either a lesson, an experience, or a very good story to tell. Because even if cock situations, they are great stories.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Great.
And if Vincent was in my life, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here. So there, I got a great story to tell. So yeah, I don't think I would actively change it, because it happened for a reason. At the end of the day, I know it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It's not.
That's on him. That's for him to deal with, but it's not my fault. I didn't do anything to deserve that.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's your daddy takeaway.
Yes, that is. I would say that is my daddy takeaway.
Daddy takeaway. We're in our daddy takeaway part where we're wrapping up the show. So whether you have a final thought, a funny quote, or a serious quote, or your thoughts on milestones without your dad, or with your dad, or any parental figure. We also forget that people are being taken care of outside of parents.
My grandparents and aunts and uncles.
So for me, whether you are burning your dad's toast or burning the eggs on Father's Day, I think that we should treasure the moments we do have with or without our dads, because they do build character. And those milestones are also still, someone was still there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You had someone there. You still had a great milestone, and you learn something. So maybe for me as a parent in the future, I know I'm going to make an effort to go to an award show or go to the matric ball.
All of those big moments.
Because I know what it's like not to have a mother there.
Yes.
So maybe that's my
Your takeaway.
My takeaway of that is just to treasure the moments whether or not you have a dad or not. Just to be in the moment. You know. So yeah, that's my daddy takeaway.
I think mine would be what I said earlier. You know, whatever happens, don't look at things with regret. Either look at the lesson, the experience, or the story.
That's a wrap on episode 5.
An emotional episode.
Hey, a very emotional episode. Yeah, we got some tears out of the girl with daddy issues. Me next. Me next. So tell us what milestone memory stands out with your dad or the person that played a father figure on your life at our social medias. You can follow us where? Ash, where can they follow us?
Instagram and X at Let's Talk Daddy.
Tune in the next episode. We are talking about healing father and mother wounds. Oof, I don't think I'm ready.
Ooh, now you're gonna cry. You asked for it.
Oof, I don't think I'm crying now. I'm gonna cry already. I am, of course, your one and only, your favorite daddy's girl. I hope I am.
And I, well, as you know, the girl with daddy issues, Ash.
Oh, Lord. And Let's Talk Daddy is brought to you by Mulhouse Media, home of storytelling.
Cold opening title: The Sound of Church Bells and Silence. Narrated by Ash. Ash plays herself. Anthea, Ash's mom, is played by Mhudi. This episode is written by Ashtin Nel.
Coming up in the next episode of Let's Talk Daddy. Are you avoiding talking about your mom? So, I did name it Letter to a Father, air quotes with father. Out of everything I've ever had to write, this has been the most difficult.
Like, she was dropping hints that she needed money.
Oh.
And that's where it shattered for me.
Is there anything that you've ever wanted to say to her? Would you say to her?
Make me cry.